Hello and welcome to free Excel tutorial videos. For today's video, we will take a look on how you can use data validation to connect two drop-down lists. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use the indirect function to create a second pick from a list in Excel. So here I have a workbook, and here is the data that has been entered in without any direction. Okay, as you can see, there are so many ways that some other users can come in and mess up our data with a simple typing error. Okay, and also the data that we have here is pretty scrambled, with no consistency. So what we want is to have the input of four different divisions. Okay, this here is the four different division that we want. So let's see how we can enforce that by using data validation. Okay, so before you use data validation, it is important that you use name range. So I already have here a name range called division created, so it's these four divisions over here, and we are going to use it when we use data validation. So in this case, let's get to it. So select one cell here in the data, and go to the data tab, select data validation. Okay, so in this settings over here, in this area, select list. Okay, and the source will be the name range. Okay, what you can do is you can use the F3 shortcut. Okay, and you can see the name division. Just click on it, click OK, and click OK. So now here we have this arrow over here. Okay, and inside we have the different divisions. All right, so now let's copy this cell. Let's select this cell, Control C, and I'm going to select the rest of the cell, and I'm going to right click, select paste special, and I want in this menu over here I want to choose validation. Okay, and then click OK. So now we have the validation in all of the cells. So let's put here sales, and the second one let's put marketing, operations, and finance. Okay, so now we have our first drop down list. Okay, now what we want to create is the second drop down list, which is the department based on these four divisions. Okay, so we want a list of departments for each division. Let's come to a different worksheet I have here. So in this worksheet I have the different departments that is from each of this division. Okay, and what I need to do now is to create a name range for the division. Okay, a very simple way to create a name range is to select the cells including the label or the title. Use the keyboard shortcut Ctrl Shift F3. Okay, so it will create a names of values in according to the top row. So click OK, and we have the name range here called sales. Okay, so again let's do it. Select the cells, Ctrl Shift F3, click OK, select the cells, Ctrl Shift F3, and one more time for the finance. Click OK, and let's double check to see we have all the name range. Okay, yes, we have it. So let's come back over to the main worksheet. So what I want here is to have the department based on the division. So what I'm going to do is to use the indirect function. But before that, I will enter data validation. So once again, go to the data tab, go to data validation, select data validation. Here, put the list, and in the source, instead of using a name range, we are going to use the indirect function. So type equals indirect, and we want to refer to the cell that contains the division, which is in the same row. So it's this cell over here, and we want to close it, and because we want to move this formula down for the rest of the cell, we do not want this to be an absolute reference. So press the keyboard shortcut F4 to remove the dollar signs, and then close parentheses. Okay, and then I think it's done. Click OK. So now we have, as you can see, the departments for the divisions based on the cell on the left. Okay, so now let's copy and paste special, select validation, click OK. So now we have here the departments for the sales division. Okay, and if we come to this cell, we have the departments for the marketing division, and over here we have the departments for the operations division, and over here we have the departments for the finance division. Okay, so that is how you can create a second drop-down list by using the indirect function to create the second pick from a list in Excel. Okay, so that's it for this video. I will see you in the next video.